Good evening, everybody. So let us start our lecture tonight. And at the beginning, so I asked you to create an account on repl.it. It is completely free, and we will use this online IDE in order to create our, in order to write our program and compile it and run it for live program testing. Okay. And if you go to D12, you will see that I have extended quiz 1. Okay, I'm sorry, this is 13. I have extended quiz 1 until this weekend. So if you did not take it yet, please take it as soon as possible. Okay. Okay, let us start now, and let us first of all go to our schedule page. If you go to our first year experience page, what is it? CSITEd. Okay, so according to our schedule, so this week we will start module 2. In our last week we covered module 1. Module 0 was welcome and introduction, and then we covered module 1, algorithm, abstraction, and algorithm and abstraction mainly. Okay, so this week we will cover module 2, variable, assignment, data types, and expressions. Mainly we will start, let us see our resource page. So if you go to CCSE this one, first year experience resources and first year experience slide. So this is I'm sorry, maybe we could not finish module 1. Sorry, we could not finish module 1. Has 2 parts. This part we need to cover today. A programming primer, skeleton, and input output operation. So let us go there. Okay, this is the part 2 of module 1. I believe 80% of you already know programming. Some have some. Yes. For your replete, we will use both 3 languages, all 3 languages: C++, C#, and Java. So whenever we do program, I will tell you which language. Just for now, I asked you to create an account. That's it. When we start using, we will discuss. So let us start with a programming skeleton, a programming primer. So in this lesson, we will learn skeleton or empty format of a program in all 3 languages: C++, C#, and Java. And then we will know how to print something or display something on console or monitor, how to declare a variable, how to do read input operation, and how to do basic calculation. Maybe that's all we will discuss tonight. And we will discuss our algorithm. We will start with pseudocode. Then we will jump, when we understand pseudocode, then we will write actual program either in C++ or C# or Java. Okay. So ultimately you will learn all these 3 programming languages. Okay. So people who are taking C++ lab, I like you to even to give attention with Java and C#. It's a good thing that you will be learning 3 programming languages at a time. Just if you give some extra effort, not too much. Okay, I know you will be emphasizing or giving more attention on your lab course. The lab is with a language specific, but this course is language independent. Mainly we will discuss So skeleton, we mean by skeleton an empty or the basic or the smallest part of a program, then that from where we can start with. Okay, so then we will expand this from there, we will start from there. So like a skeleton, if you write pseudocode, so wherever you see, one more thing, that wherever you see in our slide, wherever you see PS, this is pseudocode, and wherever you see this is Java symbol, this is C# symbol, and this is C++ symbol. Okay, so in our slide you will see our pseudocode, our code, and then at the end or somewhere else, somewhere you will see just an icon. So remember these icons, please, for the major programming languages. I think you will be familiar with. So this is pseudocode format. This is the skeleton of a very small program. It has nothing to do, but it has like structure. What is the structure? It will start with begin main. Almost all programs contain a main method. A main method is the startup position that the program or application start from there. Okay, even for pseudocode you have to write a main method. So in pseudocode it starts with begin and it ends with end. So what is our method name over here? Main. Okay, so in pseudocode, if you write your pseudocode, you remember that you must write all in all uppercases, all in all uppercase letter. So if you combined with uppercase and lowercase letter, that will not be accepted as a pseudocode, a valid pseudocode. Okay, so this is our begin. This is actually keyword, the symbolic word. So people who know pseudocode, by looking this begin, and they will understand this is the startup position of something, maybe a method or a class or something. And by seeing the end, we will see that this is the end, and all codes will go in between this begin and end. Nothing will go outside of this end. Okay, if your code goes something, any line code goes outside of this end, that will be an orphan code, orphan statement. Okay, you understand an orphan, right? Without parent. Okay, so this skeleton in pseudocode, but same thing when we write in C#, this will be this. So this will be in main class. So, and this will be our main method, and our program course will go here. Program course go here. Okay, so everything will go here. So C#, so is an object-oriented programming language. You will learn at the end of this course more about object-oriented programming language, more about class. So for now, just I like you to remember and memorize these 1, 2, 3 lines. Okay, and including these 5 lines, right? 1, 2, 3. Line number 3 is the major line. For now, remember it exactly as is, and this is a case sensitive programming language. Almost all programming languages are case sensitive. So wherever you see an uppercase, here main is in uppercase, you have to write M is in uppercase. So if you type in M in lowercase, your C# program will not work. Why it will not work, you will learn later. Okay, so when we discuss about method and then structure, you will understand that. But for now, I like you to memorize this without asking any question. Okay, so what is the way to memorize it? So whenever you, even not right now, go home, start writing. First time you will start writing this, copying this by looking the code, and then after writing 5 or 6 times, so you will start writing without looking. Then you will see that you will do some mistake. No, don't worry, okay? For instance, you see public P is in lowercase, static S is in lowercase, and then void B is in lowercase, and the string for C sharp, it can be uppercase or it can be lowercase, no problem. You can write it in uppercase or lowercase, okay? And for now, please remember, just memorize this. Your life will be easier, okay, without asking any question. Later you will understand every word by word. Okay, so this is for C sharp people, and if you are taking C++ lab, then or whoever I asked you to memorize, this is the C++ code. Okay, so all programs code will go here. Your program code will go, not sure why it does not copy. So your program code will go here before the return statement. Okay, so C sharp, C++ people, please remember this, memorize this without asking any question. And for Java people, please remember this without asking any question. Okay, for Java, please memorize this question, this ultimately 2 lines, right? So the difference between C sharp and Java is that in Java, in C, we have M is in main, for main M is in lowercase, but C sharp M is in uppercase. Okay, this is only one difference between C sharp and Java. And in C sharp we have an extra using system, this line. It can be added automatically. Okay, so but this for this line, so this line in Java we have to put M is in lowercase. That's it. So these are the program skeleton, that is the empty structure of a program. So you will write our code here. So far, anyone has any question? Okay, now let us jump into Replit, where we will be writing our actual program code. So if you open a new tab on your Internet Explorer or Google Chrome or Firefox browser, I prefer to use Chrome. So type in repl.it. Then if you do not have an account, please create an account. Then if you have an account, then sign in to account. So if you sign into an account, then you will see like this type of screen, and you will see that I have, if we click on here home page, this is my home page, and if we click on my REPLs, so these are the programs that we discussed during our last few months, last semester mainly. So we will use some of these programs. Okay, but we will also create some new programs. So in order to create a new program, just click on plus new REPL. So everybody please start with me. Okay, please follow with me. It is simple. Click plus new REPL, then select a language over here. Let us start with Java. We will go through all 3 languages today. Okay, soon. Okay, in the next 10 minutes. So click on Java and give a name of your REPL. So I want to say hello world. I like this way, Java example 3. Maybe hello world example 3 Java. Maybe I have example 1 2 from earlier semester, so I give example 3. You can give any name you like. Okay, so then click on that create REPL button. Your program will be created automatically. So this is a basic program. So in addition to that, you already got this on extra line. So initially you got this line. This is our first program statement. So I will explain it, but before that, if I click on the run button, it will show on the right side the black screen. It is called console, or we can say monitor. Okay, so we will, this print statement, print ln, means after it's printing whatever it gets as argument within the values in the parenthesis, within the parenthesis, after printing it will get a new line. New line means pressing enter. So this is the output, hello world exclamation. This is the output of this program. Okay, so this is in which language? Java. So if we want to transfer it, convert it to C#, we need to change here. So in Java we say system.out.println or print. Okay, so far please don't ask any question about what is means system, what is means out. You will learn that later. But here print is a method. So for instance, we will say the word method a lot of time. The method is otherwise is called a function. Okay, how do we know this is a method? A method, after a name, whenever you see a pair of parentheses, then that is a method. So how many methods do you have here? Print is a method, right? So how do I know this is a method? It has a parenthesis, right? After name, it has a pair of parentheses, right? Do we have another method? What is that?
Yes.
What is that?
Because of the main method.
Yes, main also is a method. It has a parenthesis, right? Okay, not the square bracket. Okay, this is an array symbol. You will learn that later. Okay, so whenever you see parenthesis, then this is a method. In 99% case, is a method. Okay, so this is this curly brace start from the body. So this opening curly brace, this curly brace start with for the class. My class name over here is main. For repeat, do not change this class name. Keep it as is. When you have enough knowledge to change it, you will do that. But for now, do not change it, okay? But in our, so this is the start of our class, and this is the end, line number 7 of our class. And line number 2 is the start of our main method. I can start from here. This line I can even start from here. So it will do same thing. Okay. So this is our first statement. Okay, system.out.println. Actually, system is a class, out is an object, and print is a method. You will learn that later. Okay, so if I want to write something, welcome to my course CSE1321, right? So if I write this and if I run this program, what will be our output? Can you expect? But can you predict what will be our output?
They can be side by side. Wouldn't they?
Okay, so when you run this line, welcome to my course CSE1321, it will come right after hello world.
Yeah, right up next to the exclamation point.
Yes, right after exclamation point. Okay, because the reason is that we did not give a new line.
Or space.
Okay, so you see that we did not give any space. Okay, before here. So there are two ways even we can put ln over here. So make a new line. New line means after printing this, it will create a new line. New line means when you press enter, it goes to a new line, right? So if you run this, then output will come in two separate lines. Okay, so then otherwise there is another alternative way. So instead of using ln, we can give \n over here. That will do same thing. That will give us same output. Okay, now with this \n at the end, we are getting a new line, right? So now still if we give ln over here, so what will be our output? Can you predict?
It's going to give two spaces. It's going to give an extra.
Yes, this will give an extra line here in between these two statements. It will give an. Don't worry if you do not understand anything. Don't worry. Ultimately, you will learn this. Okay. So this will give you an.
So you can add extra lines by adding extra /n?
Yes, so this will create a new line and this will create another new line. We will learn that later. So these are called / character. If I give a /t over here, hello, and then /t world without any space over here, if we do not keep any space, but the effect of /t, it will create a new tab. And hello, after hello there will be a tab, usually 4 characters, 4 space. You see that one. Okay, if I give 2 /t, so then it will give more space, 2 tabs. You see hello, then 2 tabs over here. Don't worry, you will learn this later. We will discuss this a lot. So far what we have learned, a very simple program, hello world program, right? With which language? Java language. So let us copy only these 2 lines. We will convert this program in C#. Okay, for now remember that for Java we use system.out.println. But when we write pseudocode, if we write pseudocode, we will write this print IRNTLN. When we write pseudocode, then we will write just println. All in uppercase ln. And if it's in C#, in Java, so whenever you see in our pseudocode println, you will understand that we have actually this code. Okay, don't worry, you will be used to. Okay, but print pseudocode will not run over here. Okay, so let us copy this. So let us create another program. I can open another tab and I can open another REPL, and let us create a new program this time with C#. And what is my program? Hello world to example 3 C#. This is how I write my program name so that I can remember, and then create REPL. So keep your attention, keep your eyes here. As soon as I click REPL, it will take a few seconds to get our program skeleton. For instance, it will come up with this statement. Okay, so in most of the, in some languages like C++, C Sharp and Java, if we want to disable a line of statement, just we will put at the beginning 2 slash, at least 2 forward slashes. Then you see the color become fade, that means this line is disabled. So that means if I run this program, it will not show anything because this is the skeleton, it does not have anything. Okay, so when we use replete, you see that I will get automatically using system this statement, right? This is the skeleton I am getting automatically, right? So you don't need to memorize, but I like you to memorize this code. So what is the main difference between Java and C Sharp? In Java, we see that in replete, they have the class name, for instance, in replete main, class main, and in C Sharp, they gave the name main class. Do not change this for now, okay? Keep this as is. You do not need to change the class name for now. So the main, another difference is that main m is in uppercase in C Sharp, and in Java it is in lowercase. So you understand, right? At least one difference between Java. So for instance, we had the code I copied from Java. So these are the code, these 2 lines I copied and pasted from Java, but we need to make changes here. So this system.out.println, this is in Java language. C Sharp does not understand this. So what do we need to write over here? So instead of system.out.println in Java, this is Java, in C Sharp we need to write console.writeLine. Okay, so if I write console.writeLine over here, then it will work. Only I need to change system.out.println by what? Console.writeLine. Okay, then if I click on run, it will give me exactly same output that I got in Java. So what is the main difference between, we at least learned 2 differences, right? One, our print statement in C Sharp, we write console.writeLine. In Java, we write system.out.println, right? And in C Sharp, we have main m in uppercase, and in Java in lowercase, right? So this L line in Java we wrote ln. So if I do not put line, what will happen? What will be changed in my output?
It will remove the extra space.
Yeah, it will remove this extra space, extra line, empty line. So if I write this, so extra line is gone, right? So if I want to add that extra line, then I can do quickly like this, even this. In C Sharp, if I say console.write line, then it will create an extra line over here. Okay, and in Java, if we want to make an extra line over here, even we already have this extra line, right? If we want to make another extra line over here, what do we need to do? Like this, system.out.println, this will create an empty line. So if I run this, I will have 1, 2, 3 extra lines over here. 1, 2, 3. So actually one is coming from here to here, and another 2 empty lines in between. So these are the program skeleton in this is in Java and this is in C#. Okay, another remember is the third difference is that in Java we use S is in uppercase, always uppercase. But in C# you can type in S is in uppercase also or lowercase. Let us see if it works over here. It should work. So in C# S for string you can use both uppercase S or lowercase s cases. Okay, but in Java you must use it with an uppercase S. In Java it will not work if I type in S is in lowercase. Okay, so when you run your program for the first time, you will see if you write something even by looking a book or somewhere, okay, you will do some mistake. That is a good thing. Okay, so when you do some mistake and you will, if you try to run your program, you see that it will not run. If it does not run, it will give you an error message, something like, for instance, compile exit status 1. In most of the cases, compiler will give you some hints what is the problem. So the problem, wherever it shows the up arrow, you will see either problem is here or above at that point, not below. So here it is showing that this arrow is here over here, right? It shows the symbol class string is error. Actually it says cannot find symbol. So what symbol it cannot find? String, this symbol. So that don't worry about this. Ultimately you will be familiar with this error message. Okay, so I think many of you know how to drive a car, right? So at least even you are not a mechanic or an engine expert, you know some signals that you see on a dashboard, right? When your fuel is empty, is getting empty, it shows empty signal, right? Even if you know nothing about engine or mechanic, you understand that symbol, right? So by looking at that symbol, you usually look for a nearby gas station. So don't worry. So if you see some signal, these are the signal or error messages, don't worry. Try to be familiar with. Read the error message. Okay. Then once you at least today you are getting familiar with at least one error message, right? Maybe next day another error message. By doing this you will be familiar with maybe 20, 30, 40 or 100 error messages. That's enough. Okay. So in order to fix this, what do I need to do? I need to change SE uppercase. Okay, so these are the programs code in Java, and the corresponding programs code, these are in C#. The below is in C#. Okay, below is in C#. And here okay, here is in C# and here is in Java. So I'm doing side by side so that you understand the difference between C# and Java program. Okay, let us, how many differences we have so far? At least 3, right? M in Java, M is in lowercase, and C#, M is in uppercase, and S in Java is always uppercase, and in C# it can be uppercase or lowercase. Okay, and in Java we write system.out.println, and in C# we write console dot write. Okay, anyone has any questions so far? Yes.
Do the indents not matter?
No, in some cases, in some points, indentation is not a matter, but at some point it is a matter. So in some cases here indentation, even if you put too many empty space over here, it is not a matter, you will get same output. Okay, but even if you give one empty space over here between W write, W and R, it will make an error, right? So it will make an error. So at this point it is difficult for me to tell you exactly where it is allowed to have an empty space and where it's not, but for now you will understand while practicing. Okay, okay, anyone has any questions so far with C# and Java program skeleton? Okay, so let us convert this code. So converting a program from Java to C# is not a big deal. So far you have seen, right? Almost 80% same. How many changes we have over here from C#? Actually this line, only one change, right? For this line, only one change. So when I write a program code, even if I write a program code in C#, so Java people will understand that this will not be in Java. Instead of, you need to replace it by system.out.println, right? You will be able to do that? Will you be able to do that? Okay. And if I write a code in Java, so C# people should be able to understand that in C# we have to replace this by console.writeln, right? So C# and Java people are good? Okay, that's good. Now people who are taking Java, okay, that's be ready. Okay, it is a little bit difficult. It is a little bit difficult, not too much difficult, but it's different. We say that in Java and C# are more likely same, but C++ is a little bit different. So let us start with a program with C++. So let us create a new REPL. This time we will create with C++. So hello world example 3 CPP. This is my program name. So this is the skeleton for C#. Sorry, C++. Okay. See, let me do it side by side. You will see there are a lot of difference. Okay, so let me do it in. So it is more likely with C#. C++ program is more likely with C#, but not exactly, but very different from Java. So what is we are in C# we are using system, right, at the beginning, and here we are using include, that hash include. Do not give any space over here. Hash include, then within angle bracket, this is called IOStream. This is a class or package. We are including some built-in code in our program. Okay, and this is our int main. Okay, and if we say stand std, okay, then colon cout, then two left less than sign together without any space. This is called actually output operator. output concatenation. We will learn this later. Everybody please give attention over here, okay? So you need to be familiar with at least, because sometime I will write my code in C++. You should understand that you should be able to convert it in your language. So here, let me show it. So for simplicity, so people, we want to replace this standard that called std.colon using, I want to write, I usually, this is my personal habit, I write using name space std. So if I include this line at the beginning, then I do not need to use std colon every, otherwise I have to write this std colon every time I use cout, then I don't need to use this. Okay, I will come to you on, give me 1 minute. So if I use using namespace std, so C++ people, please remember this 5 lines. Yes, what is your question?
I thought on the second line we're supposed to write include string.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we don't need it right now. When we need it, we will add this. When you do string operation, then we need, but cout for, so we are using IOStream for using cout. Okay, cout is used in Java. We use what thing we use in C#? We use console.write line, right? Right. Then this is the equivalent of cout is equivalent to console.write. Okay, so we have our, you see that cout, the format is cout, then two less than sign together without any space, and then after it does not have any parentheses. Okay, you can give space or do, so that this is our string, whatever I want to print on console. Okay, so I don't need to do side by side again. So if I run this program, it will give me hello world. This is my output, hello world. So now previously we updated our program like this. In C#, this is the code that I copied from C#. So what changes we need to do over here? So C++ does not understand console.write, right? So what do we need to replace this by? cout. Even if we put cout, it will not work. And instead of this bracket, we need to put 2 less than signs, and at the end we do not need to give this closing parenthesis. In cout we do not need to give parenthesis because cout is not a method, a stream, an object stream. Okay, and then how do we will this one? We change this one. Okay, for now let us disable this line, and then what do we need to change over here? Anyone please tell me? cout, then 2 backslashes, right? 2, and then we need to delete this. So if I run this program, what will be our output? cout, we put hello world and welcome to my course CSE1321. Okay, people, I know this will be boring, especially if you are taking Java lab. You may think that why I am going to learn this. Okay, but you need to learn. We told you that you will be learning 3 languages. Okay, so please give attention. We are done. I need 1 more minute just. So if I want to give an extra line over here, so then we can give another \n over here. Or there is another way that here we can do at the end, we can say end DL, end line. Okay, so we can get end line, so then it will create an empty space in between. So even we can give this end ln, so this, instead of this code we have to, how do we replace this code? We use this one to create an empty line, right, over here. So how do I use this one? C out ENDL. This will create an empty line. So how many empty lines we have? For this one is \n. It will create, it will come, control will come from here to at the beginning. Then it will, this will create one line empty line, and this will create another empty line. So there are two empty lines over here. So if I delete even this one, then I will have one empty line. This NL is bringing cursor from here to here at the beginning, and this one is creating an empty line. So when we type in MS Word, how do we create a new line? From here, when the cursor is here, right? You need to press one enter key to go to the next line. And if you want to create another empty line, you have to press another enter key, right? So this is actually, this does creates an enter. Whenever you press an enter key in MS Word, while you're typing, that it does that thing, same thing. So although this is something different from C# and Java, this is the skeleton for C++. I like everybody to remember this skeleton for in all three languages. Okay, what are the languages we are discussing? Java. Okay, so now let us do an activity quickly. Open your Replit and create a program. Okay, in any language. Okay, let us you start from your favorite language, your lab language, whatever language you are taking, Java or C# or C++. Okay, that is your own language. Okay, I say own language, your primary language. Okay, then you will do convert secondary languages. Okay, okay. So everybody start, and I will give you a task. Okay. You will write something. You will write a program that will give output the hello. What do you say? Okay. Hello, professor. In first line. Okay, I am. Whatever your name, you type it. Okay. Whatever your name, you will type in your name. Okay, and then that's it. So here, after here, you will get a new line, right? And you will come to name this word. Okay, everybody please try. By the way, everybody please give your attendance. Please give your attendance on Archiva. Is there anyone new here tonight? Completely new? Okay, so if you are new over here, if you cannot give attendance, then email me please. And then, okay, other people you are. Okay, so people who are new, are you able to see announcement on D12? You see an announcement D12? Okay, so if you go to D12 and then you will see some announcement. If you see course homepage, and then you will see announcement. There are 3-4 announcements. Please read all announcements. Okay, and if you do not understand anything, please let me know. And I have all of my lecture videos, previous 2 lecture videos, recorded lecture videos uploaded on my YouTube channel that is called CSITEd Experts. If you go to YouTube and search for CSITEd Experts, then if you see playlist, and this is the playlist CSE1321 Spring 2020 Section 3. Okay, so please go over here and you see that there are previous lecture videos uploaded over here. Or at least watch one time all lecture videos before you come to the next lecture. Okay, if you don't understand anything, please let me know. Okay, other people go ahead with your programs. Yeah. Good. You have to write your name. You have to write your name, not my name. You have to write your name. Not my name, okay? Okay, who need help? Please raise your hand.
Wait, for those that are new?
You need help? So people can help me. So who are the next to people who raise hand? Next to people who are next, help them. Please, okay. Okay, please be cooperative. Okay. So if I go on my alone, so all of you, then it will take a long time. So please be helpful. Okay, help me by helping others. Okay, who need help? Just raise your hand in order to write this program. Anybody need help? Okay, it's good. Everybody is good. Are you okay? Okay. Okay, so please everybody bring your computer or laptop. But as I mentioned, you do not play game or do social networking. Okay, or Facebooking while you are here. Okay, you do not need to come here for just for an attendance. Okay, I will give you a free attendance. As long as you are here, you spend your money, right? For gas money, and you are spending your time. Please do not misuse your time by doing social networking or playing game. I'm open. If you need a phone call to do some emergency conversation, please go outside.
Sorry.
Silently go out of this room. Do your phone call or come back silently later, okay? If you need to do a text message quickly to your friends and family, do it quickly, silently. After that, give attention. But do not please misuse your time by watching game, while watching movie or playing game. If I can catch you, what I will do, you will see that. And then, yes. Send me an email if you can do not read attendance. Okay, attendance. So who are new, I ask you to watch previous 2 recorded lecture videos, okay? All of my, you are not new, right? You are new tonight? Okay, you are not new, right? Can you please help us? Archive, yeah, we use archive to give attendance. I will give it. Yes. So if you put a right line over here, then you don't need to do line. Yes. So who are new over here tonight? Who are new? Okay. So we will give your attendance on archive. So this is the course. So this is our enrollment code 3SNH. This is our attendance code. I'm sorry. Hey, catch it. Throw it. You will throw it out. Okay. Sorry. 3SNH, right? This is the attendance code. You have to, okay, there is an app on Android and iOS for archive app. Download that app, okay? And you have to keep your location service on. Set up your location service on in order to give this attendance. So this attendance is optional. There is a 1.5 bonus point for this attendance, okay? But if you forget to give your attendance, do not email me, please. That Professor, I forgot to give attendance after this hour. I will not accept. So if you give email tonight or later tonight or tomorrow, I don't have any evidence, right, that you were present. It's like, how can I remember? So sometime I will remember. I will give you reminder. Maybe you all are not always. Please give your attendance. You will not lose a lot if you forget. So everybody is done for the program? Who need help? Anyone need help? Okay, so now you wrote this program in your primary language, right? So now convert it in your secondary language. Then you have two secondary languages, right? One is the primary language. We are discussing three languages: C#, Java, and C++. So convert it in other languages. Yeah, it works also. Need help? The next time you can bring your laptop, okay? Yes. Yeah, you can go wherever you can get charges. You can go wherever you need to take them. So you can go on that corner. Left side has an outlet. Left side. Okay. So you are new tonight, right? Send me an email tonight. Send me an email. I will give you an email for tonight. So my email address. What do we have? Today, this is the end of the program. Rate that this is working good, and this is the end of the program. That's a good catch. Okay, I want to give you a homework. Okay, to convert this program into two other secondary languages. Okay, this is the homework. Please try it, and if you cannot do it, then send me an email. Okay, so one thing, if you want to share your program with me, whatever you will do, so that you will copy your link, this one. Just you will open your program and you will copy this link, your entire link, and you will just send me this one, okay? People who are new, you know my email address? My email address is M is in Mary, HOSSA number 12 at kenesa.edu. So if you cannot give your attendance on Archiva, please send me an email to this email address. to convert this program into two other secondary languages, right? So which language you wrote your program in?
My original one or my other two? The original one?
Yes.
C++.
Okay, the converting in Java and C Sharp.
Do we post on D2?
No. Practice, just for your practice. And if your program does not work, if you need help, then whatever you will do, you will send me this your program ID, okay, or URL. Then I will be able to see your program. And remember then one thing. This is my personal habit. What do I do? In any case, if you come to my office and ask me for any help or something, for the first thing I will ask you to show me your Replit account. I will see that how much time, how many program you practice. If I see that you have a good number of practice program, and really I will be helpful to you. And if I see that you do not do any practice, really you will find me that person. Okay? My intention, what is my goal? Is your success, right? So without practicing, you cannot success in this course. What I will do, okay. So people, I think, let me tell you a story. What I will do in this course, what I will not do in this course, I told earlier, right? I will not teach English, I will not teach math, okay, and also I will not teach programming. Okay, the story is that I will teach you how to walk on the field of programming. You can write it down. I will teach you how to, everybody please write it down, okay? I will teach you how to walk on the field of programming. Yes, I will teach you again how to walk on the field of programming. You know that when we are little baby, right? Our parents or our elders, they taught us how to walk. They hold our hand, right? How do we teach a baby how to walk? We hold the baby's hand, right? And teach them how to walk, right? Have you ever seen how to, we are taught that we are teaching how to run? Once we learn how to walk, we can run ourselves, right? Or we can learn by ourselves, right? Or what is that? We say we know how to run. So in order to do success in this course, you have to run. You have to run. But I will teach you how to walk in the field of programming, and it is your responsibility to run. How do we run in the field of programming? Practice. Okay, practice makes a man. Okay, also a woman. You don't worry. Practice makes a man and woman. Perfect, okay? So as many practice as you do, you will be learning or running in this field. But I will promise I will not teach you how to run in the field of programming. It is your responsibility to learn how to run. Okay, dear people, you know the person who got a gold prize on the Olympic run. Okay, nobody maybe taught them the very first time how to run. Everybody knows how to run, right? By himself or herself. How many minutes I do have? Maybe I have few more minutes. So my homework is to convert this program into your two secondary languages, right? So whatever your lab language, I will tell you that is your primary language, and two other languages will be your secondary languages. Okay, so everybody here has one primary language and two secondary languages. Okay, so whenever I mean secondary language, you should understand what is your secondary language. Okay, that's it. Okay, so we learned this. So far we learned our program skeleton in C# and in C++ and in Java. In C++ we have a return statement. We will discuss this later. Okay, so anyone has any question? Yes.
So, like, is the program on the board what the homework is, or what you just pulled up on the computer?
On the board.
Okay.
But you don't need to show me, okay? You don't need to submit it to your lab professor, lab instructor. Just practice yourself. So are you leaving? Is your term gone? Okay, so I will. Okay, so I will. Give me 2 more minutes, please. So whatever we learned so far, we learned how to define a main method and how to start a program with C++ and with C# and with Java, right? So this is the program code. So whenever you write your program, this last copy these inner lines and then try to convert this. Sometime when you copy this code from MS Word version or PowerPoint version, maybe you need to change this double quote sign in language. It may not work sometime. Okay, so we have also learned how to print something on console or screen. Okay, this print is not printing on a printer. The print method we are using, that is not printing something on a printer. We are using this print method just for displaying something on console. Okay, and that's all for now, and then from our next lecture we will go through this slide one. Okay, people who are new tonight, okay, please see me, at least who are new tonight. Thank you so much.
I just want to know.
Yes, same in this.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so everybody please open YouTube. Please open YouTube.
Oh, no, I just wanted to tell you, I even, because I was new on